What's up, everyone? We're going back for another walk, and this time, I was thinking about bringing the joust hat, but it's pretty hot out today, so I'm gonna leave it here. Well, it kind of helps actually. It keeps the sun out of the eyes, that's for sure. So, might as well use it. Use it if you got it. Yeah, we're going on another walk today, and I'm thinking for those that want to stay till the end of the video, I'll be showing, the heck is that? Oh, it's Cicada. I hope this thing don't take off flying when I get close. Oh, it has. Oh yeah, it has both its wings. It was just flipped upside down. But yeah, you see that right there. Pretty sure I got it on camera. I don't know. I'm not trying to get too close. I want it to fly at me. There's a cicada. Big mofo. As you can tell, it has some kind of army colors on it. But yeah, they all have different colors. You disgusting giant bug. I hate those things. I guess it's gonna shed its skin right there. Well, that's not a good sign. I don't know actually. Since we only had the cicada problem one time, and it wasn't really a problem though. It was just more disgusting than anything. Because if these cicadas die in a lazy town like this, then the people don't pick up them for like a good week or something. You know, so you got walk and crunch on old cicada shells everywhere you go. Yeah, that's my only problem with these cicadas in this town. They don't eat the food supplies because no one's growing crops around here, but they sure do like to die around here. I think they eat the trees or something. So yeah, I was thinking on this walk, for those that made it to the end of the video, you all will get to see like the other side of the church. The side I haven't shown yet. Ah, shoot. They got a stop sign. Make them wait. But yeah, you all get to see that. We'll go see the statues on their side. And I'm just heading to the store right now to pick up a couple sodas and maybe a new snack to try out for a food review. But other than that, that's all I'm going to the store for. Also might be hitting up the, yeah, that's right, I do got hit up the dispensary because we got that Blazing and Chilling episode 51 coming out soon. Sorry that those aren't 18 plus that don't know what I'm talking about, but soon you will, I guess, when you get there. Yeah, so we're just heading out to this walk again. As you can see, this is my street. And right down the middle of my street, you see that tree in the middle? I like that because it's like symmetrically in line with the middle of the street. And I think they've done that because the way they planted these trees before they like probably built the houses even. I thought there was a car behind me. But I think they've done that like to try to make it look good. But they weren't thinking about the power lines afterwards, honestly. So yeah, you know, all the trees are nice potted places. But when it comes down to it, they're not the best places. Like, they do got some trees that are planted randomly throughout the town, like where you would like, why would they grow a tree there at all, you know? But most of the trees you see planted here, they usually have like a pattern they follow. Like basically like a video game, you know, when you go to try to plant a tree on a video game, you have to go like 5 to 6 feet away from the tree to plant another tree. So it's kind of like that. I guess it could be like that, you know, they probably weren't thinking design, they were just thinking of space. This is what the baseball field looks like when it gets all wet. And over time it dries back up to what you usually, what you seen it last time, how it looked. But now, like, when you walk on it, it's not that dusty. You gotta be careful though, because it could be muddy. But since it's been really hot today, I knew it wasn't gonna be muddy. I knew it dried up some enough, I guess. But yeah, it looks like all the fields are drying out over here. It's been raining for the past couple days. Yeah, walking this field sucks when one time I had to walk this field when it's been raining all day because I had to stay after school and like, what did I have to do? Oh, I had to do extra gym credit. So it was in for physical conditioning, so I was like working out after school and with my friend too. And so when we had to walk home, because the bus at our high school, they didn't go by our streets. The bus schedules were so weird. They like went to the spots that were convenient for them. They tried to save a buck on gas is what I'm guessing. Once again, they didn't do it for design or help. They just did it to save themselves. But so yeah, we never had a bus stop. So we actually had to walk through this field, and it was like storming, it was hailing. I remember it sucked because me and my friend dared each other to not change back into our regular clothes, because it wasn't really a dare, it was more like a good idea. We were thinking, you hear those cicadas? So annoying. But we thought it'd be a good idea to walk back in the storm in our gym shorts and gym shirt, so we wouldn't get our regular clothes, our good clothes, wet. And boy, was that not a good idea at all. That was probably the worst idea that we ever had in our entire life. We're walking through a thunderstorm while it's hailing, a hailstorm too. It was not just thundering and winding out, it was hailing. It was like one of the, well, not the worst storms, but it was, that's weird. A tear just fell out. Maybe remembering the past or something. But yeah, it was just horrible. So he's like, let's run it. And even back then, I wasn't good at running. I'm still not good at running. So I tried running, but I only was able to run like down one street, and I'm like, okay, we gotta take a break, walk half a street. And I tried to run the other street, and I'm like, all right, we gotta walk the rest of the way. Yeah, I wasn't good at running at all. But this hailstorm, all these little small ice pellets, the wind pushing them faster, they were hitting us. We were like fighting the weather. We had to walk across that field. And I think my friend actually said at one point, he was like, you know, God's not mad at us. He's mad at our gym teacher, Heinrich. And I was like, I agreed with him. I was like, yeah, he's a dick. So we're right here by the church. As you all know, I showed you this side, but I'll show you over here on this side. If you walk around the corner, we'll go check that out on the way back. So if you stay tuned till the end, you'll get to see that. More statues made by this church, and yeah, that'll be a little gift for you all. For thanks for watching. It's so hot out today and humid. Even though I have deodorant on, I could still feel myself sweat. Oh, they got a stop sign. They got a stop sign? Stupid. I don't like people in this town. I really don't. I let them have it. If they want to play with the new creator, I say let them play. But I say don't bet on them either. Look at this nice shade. Yeah, that car was speeding up to me as I was crossing the road. And I'm like, I looked at him and I looked at the stop sign. And I'm like, go ahead. You know, I gave him that look like, go ahead, hit me. Watch me sue your ass. You know, I don't care. I got the right of way. That's what you got to remember, people. If you see it, you know, follow the rule roads, and most of the time they work out for yourself. There's a little squirrel. Hey, squirrel. Squirrely. Oh my God, when I picked up my camera to record that squirrel, I didn't realize that the house was white with a red door. I was like, I think Freddy Krueger used to live here. Oh, there's another white house with red door. Haven't these people ever watched Freddy Krueger or Nightmare on Elm Street? Look, I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the news today, and I don't really touch on those topics. All like the world disasters, world wars, stuff like that. The reason why I don't talk about those topics is because when it comes down to it, I don't have much of a say in it. Like, I understand people want to try to believe, oh yeah, you're the civilian, you have the final vote. The truth of the matter is this, though. I'm not able to talk to the other side or even my own side. If I have a side, I don't even know if I have a side out there. But, I'm not able to, like, be like, oh guys, we can do this as a better way. If I could, then I would be talking about more. But I don't have that much, credibility. So I try to stay out of it, because what good is it going to do? I mean, I'd be lucky if I had the right people here. Oh wow, look at this field, it's not drying up at all. Isn't that funny how a wet baseball field can take me off such a serious topic so easily? But check this out, this thing has like big puddles on it and everything. That's going to take a while to dry. I wonder why. Oh, I guess because of the trees near it. But then again, I don't know. It doesn't look like it gets that much shade. Isn't that weird? Those 4 baseball fields over there, they're dried up, about to be ready to use again, probably next day, if it wasn't going to storm tomorrow again. But this one, oh, you know what it is? Because this field's built upward, like there's a little mini hill here. And so, this field's kind of like on a hill, and this water's sinking in the hill, making a fucking, making a, basically like a puddle on top of it. But yeah, it's going to take a while to dry. Unless they got some kind of special tool for that. I would imagine they would have. Like they have those, they make those commercials about the Downy, what are they called? Paper towels that you put in a bucket of water and they soak up the bucket of water. I'm pretty sure they got something to dry up water like that on fields. Oof. I'm not sweating from this walk, but I'm sweating from the seat. Like, people, throw some ice cubes in Antarctica or something, I don't know. Like they did in Futurama. Well, I almost walked into a sign. I almost walked into that no train sign. Watching the train. But, yeah, we got lucky. I crossed the tracks as soon as it was coming. And now, of course, when the bells were lowering or nothing like that, as soon as I crossed, the bells started ringing and it started going. Look, it's still passing. And I just got my stuff. And it's still passing. See? That's why you don't want me to stop. I want to drink. Also have a secret. So yeah, here in the next scene, we'll be going to that church. And I guess I'll show you the other side of it. Here's something interesting. And I think it'll be okay to bring up because we're going to the church right after this. By the way, when you see me smile and stuff while telling this, it's not because I think it's funny in any way. It's because it's a hat. You all know the Joust character. He likes to smile a lot, even when giving bad news. But here's something a little bit interesting. You see that train that we passed? Since it's so close to the high school, if you walk down one way of it, you'll find kind of a section of the train tracks where it's surrounded by a highway and a little patch of forest, basically like a low-key spot. And then when I went to high school here, they told me that you shouldn't be even going to cross that side of the tracks because we all thought it was haunted. Because of the fact that there's a student. Now the story is like this. She had her headphones in and she couldn't hear the train coming. So when she went to go cross the path to take her shortcut home, she kind of got cut in half by the train. So that train is kind of a killer. But here's the thing, what we really don't know, because there wasn't actually there was like surveillance. No, I can't even say the word. surveillance video of it, you know. But so we could possibly know it was all by mistake. But you know, the video was never released, so I think it was actually released at some point. But you know, it's hard to tell if it was a mistake, like you know, she actually didn't hear the train coming, or she could have known the train was coming and she just put on her headphones to listen to her last favorite song. That's the way I started telling it when they told me about it. I had to give it a little twist because people weren't listening enough, you know. They said, oh, that'll never happen to me. What makes you so lucky though? Like, the moral of the story is this: whenever you're crossing train tracks, be sure you can do everything like the bus driver has to do to cross train tracks. You know, they're supposed to be opening their doors and listening, but I'm pretty sure most of you don't see that happening. I started seeing, like, once they made my bus drivers back in the, I think it was like probably 3rd grade. It was so long ago. Yeah, 3rd grade. Because I remember back in the 4th grade, that's when I see it happening over here. I moved back here. But in the 3rd grade, they were training all the bus drivers at the time, like with the new rules and updates, whatever. So we had to do those bus evacuation drills, but they added more to it instead of like the first couple of years where we just had to jump off and stuff. We actually learned that the bus driver actually has a lot of rules to follow too, and they had to sit there and do their test as well right afterwards. And after that happened, when I moved back here, I realized the bus driver back here was actually doing the stuff he was supposed to be doing, you know? So, yeah, whenever you're crossing train tracks, just be sure to always listen and always look both ways. It's not like crossing the street, you know? You might get lucky, actually, if you cross the street and get hit by a car. You might get clipped on the knee or something. Actually, I was clipped on the knee by a Ferrari back when I was like 12 years old. I never looked both ways before I crossed the street, so I just like ran across the street basically, like basically those signs about, you know, showing someone running in the street for a ball. That was me for a long time until this happened. And then and the crazy part's this: my parents were watching, my friends' parents were watching. We lived like close together. So they're all watching me, and I guess they saw the car that I didn't see. They heard the car or something, because they yelled my name as soon as that car turned the corner, going as fast as it could. They yelled my name, and it made me stop for a second. And when I stopped, I don't know if it was a wind or actually, I think I might have kneed their car as they drove by. Like, that's how close I was to getting hit. And after that moment, I always look both ways when crossing the street, always. In fact, sometimes I double look just because I don't want to be hit by a crazy driver. Ooh, these 2 sodas are actually getting heavy. I'm going to take another seat break, this time an actual break, and not just have to sit down for a second. Here's the seat we'll be using. Dang, this seat's very uncomfortable, like really uncomfortable. It's like hard as bricks. It's like equivalent to sitting on a cylinder block, you know? It kind of hurts, like, right quickly. But check it. Sure do, guys. We got a view of the tennis court here. Today we'll have Bowser versus Mario. See, you could just imagine, you know, they're serving. Bowser serves as hard as he can. Mario's like, Mamma Mia, I can't hit that spicy meatball, and it gets a point lost, and everyone gets all, you know, then all of a sudden, Mario comes back with his super powered tennis moves, and just starts hitting like 100, even hitting Bowser too, knocking him out of bounds, and boom, that's how the game ends, and that's how the new tennis Mario starts. I'm actually a real fan of the tennis Mario games. I love them. The first Tennis Mario I played was for the Game Boy Advance, and if you haven't played that, and if you got a Game Boy Advance yourself, you should really try to get you a copy of Mario Tennis. It's not bad at all. It's like you can you sit there and level up basically even after you beat the game. There's like little achievements you can do. There's extra stuff you can do to make your player you created, I think, more powerful. And there's like mini games you can play to unlock more mini games and get to them. I was at the point where I only had like 3 more levels to unlock, honestly. That's how fun the game was for me. And it only took me like around 3 months. Yeah, it's a bit time consuming, but it's very worth it. It's a fun game, you know. You sit there and just have fun for hours trying to realize how to beat it. And it's not really a hard game to, when it comes to the mini games on there, yeah, that's trial and error. You know, you're going to have to fail at those at the first start to understand how they work better and how you can beat the level. But when it comes to like the tennis matches in the game, those are most of the time by luck. Maybe in the story mode, not really, but because there's some matches where, you know, they might be very easy or very hard. Usually the first and last match, but most of them are just like very random. You know, you can't really tell if you're going to win it or not. It might like that game likes to boost the difficulty on you if you're winning or losing, kind of like Mortal Kombat does with its game difficulty. Okay, that was a good break. Pretty fun break too. Getting to share one of my favorite Game Boy games. Yeah, I think that is my favorite Game Boy game when I think about it. Of all the Game Boy games I played, so I know there's actually like 1,000 more Game Boy games I haven't played in my life, honestly. But I did play quite a few, like around 70 to 80 of them. So, out of all those games, Mario Tennis was my favorite. Or Bomberman. And I'm pretty sure if I got the chance to play Galaga or Space Invaders on the Game Boy Advance, that would be my most favorite, you know. I wouldn't suggest Bomberman for someone to play. I mean, if they haven't tried it, yeah, try it. It's a fun puzzle game. You play against 3 other players. But if you haven't, if you have tried it, you know, I wouldn't suggest you to try any of the new games or anything like that. Because, unless they made a new game, Bomberman, where it's like all, you know, 3D shooter, that'd be weird. But that'd be pretty cool. Like a Bomberman GTA version. Holy crap. I'm pretty sure that would be hard to get through the system though. But yeah, most Bomberman games, they're usually all the same, you know. You played one, you most likely played most of them. Maybe the newer ones have better graphics than the older ones, but the older ones play as smoothly as the newer ones, you know. They haven't changed much. It's all the same gameplay. Actually, the first one isn't, because the first one I don't think had power-ups to find. Okay, some time to say your prayers. We're at the church here, and we're gonna check out this other side. It has what kind of, of course I duck over these branches, but what kind of statues they got over here. Now, y'all haven't seen yet. I know for sure on the other side there, or maybe it's this side, they have like a little walk-in garden. That's really neat. Oh, here we go. See? Yeah, they have this little cut through their building, which is awesome. And they have more statues over here. Now, I think they actually do have more statues. If you look over there, it kind of cuts in like 2 buildings. In the middle of those 2, I think there's more gardening. But I'll save that for another time. This place is so big, you know. I don't want to show you all at once. That's cool. They got a little stone path there. You could take that stone path and sit on those benches over there. Or you can take this stone path right to it. That's a nice design. I think that's new, actually. I haven't seen that last time. Last time there's like more bushes and stuff. And what do they got going on over here? They got some prayers going on over here. Looks like that's neat. Got some vases. No flowers though. A little bit weird. Oh, someone left a lighter. That's nice of them. You know, if you're gonna leave candles, someone should leave a lighter for them. Oh, this is for the Jesus Christ statue. Looks like they got clean his nose. There's a little bit of boogers there. They got something back there. What's that? Peroxidite or something? I don't know what that is. Some mystery bile. They use it for the plants probably. But yeah, that's a statue over here. Now let's take a walk through this cool thing. Then they got this random log. Oh, they got a bunch of names here. I think for the people that like worked for the church and for the people that went to the church and had communion here. I think so. Or did something big for the church, you know. That's like their shout out. There's another one I think on the other side too. But yeah, let's check out this spot. Ooh. Imagine if there's something animal in here. I'd hate that. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I've been to this way. That's neat. And they got some more sitting statues there. A weird underground spot there. But yeah, that's it for that side of the building for today. And I'll show you all on another walk. I guess if we walk past this place again for another video, I'll show you all on the other side, the final spot of where they have the statues at. As you can see, they have some good gardening and designer things going on there. They always had that like that. I didn't know they changed it though. But they did good, and of course they would. You know, there's gonna be new designers over time. Like there's gonna be new creators. But that being said, thanks for watching, everyone. Walking past this weird bus, I don't even know what it's for. Freaks me out a little bit. Stay awesome, everyone. Peace out. Thanks for watching another walk video.